If you're considering a move to Wilmington, North Carolina, you're not alone. In fact, MoveBuddha.com has Wilmington ranked as 7th in the top 10 inbound destinations for all movers across the United States. And in this video, we're discussing all of those reasons that people are making this the 7th most moved to city in all of the United States. All right, and the first and most thought of reason to move to Wilmington is the pristine beaches and outdoor activities. Now, the beaches are great, right? You get to benefit from Wrightsville Beach, you get to benefit from Curie Beach and Carolina Beach, but you also get to benefit from all of the outdoor activities. So surfing, there's a ton of great surf spots around the Wilmington area. Paddleboarding on the Cape Fear River or the Intercoastal Waterway is a fantastic place to paddleboard, and there's events every single year for paddleboarding. Kayaks, canoes, a lot of the neighborhoods around the area even offer kayak launches, canoe launches, boat launches. Boating is a magnificent way to spend, your weekends or your evenings with the nice weather. And with the weather so nice all the time, you get to benefit from these things almost year round. There's people surfing out in December and January. There's people surfing during hurricanes. There are people out and about bright and early in the morning, going on the paddleboard, going kayaking, canoeing to spend a day out there. But in addition to all the water activities, there are numerous golf courses around the Wilmington area that you get to benefit from almost year round, and many of them are open to the public. There are a few private golf clubs that you need a membership to and are a part of certain communities like Landfall, but there are others that are open to the public, so you can go golfing almost year round. But if those water sports and golfing is not really your cup of tea, there are walking paths and exercise paths all around Wilmington that you can go walk. There's little fitness stations alongside of the trails that you can go and get some exercise in, but take the dogs for a walk, take the kids for a walk, just go out and explore some nature. So there is a bit to do for everybody. Hey guys, but with that said, if you're interested in making the move to the Wilmington area, my phone number and email address is right there. I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails. And if we can help in any way, shape, or form, we'd absolutely love to. We are the #1 relocation team in all of the Wilmington area. So if we can help, we would absolutely love to. But moving back to the video. Now moving on to number 2, Wilmington is a very historic area with 19th century architecture, cobblestone streets. All of that stuff has been preserved in the city. So if you're a history buff or you just like the vibrant downtown aspect of it, you can go downtown, explore some of the shops, the dining, the galleries, all of that stuff, as well as take a walk along the Cape Fear River, explore maybe the battleship in the area, as well as study up on some of the history like at the Bellamy Mansion, for example. But all of these are great reasons that people love the city of Wilmington, and even if you don't live directly in the city, a short drive away, you can have all of the hustle and bustle, right? The vibrant energy, the dining, all of the restaurants, the breweries, the distilleries, like End of Days Distillery is one of our favorite to go to, as well as all the shopping that you can benefit from in Wilmington. The one thing I will say is that it is not a nightclub friendly city. There aren't a ton of big nightclubs like you would see in some of the bigger cities like Atlanta or San Francisco or, New York City, that kind of thing. This is a very small section of it, much smaller clubs, much smaller, dance venues. So you're not going to be going out every single night partying and, doing it that way like you would in sort of those big cities. But this is a little bit more down home, laid back, more breweries, distilleries, some wine tasting, exploring the arts, exploring that kind of culture, that kind of thing. All right, and reason number 3 is the growing economy or the growing job market. Now, this is kind of contradictory to some of the videos I've made in the past, enlightening you on some of the challenges that we have in our job market, right? It's very competitive. People are moving here in troves and are competing for our jobs. But with that said, there are a couple sectors in Wilmington that are continuing to flourish. That like healthcare, which is our biggest industry here in Wilmington. Healthcare, education, we have UNCW, as well as all of the, the high schools, charter schools, middle schools, elementary schools, so on and so forth, right? So education's another big one. Technology is a growing industry here in Wilmington as well. So if you're in the tech space, and looking to relocate to Wilmington, you may be able to find a job. And in addition to that, obviously we have the film industry. Wilmington is known as the Hollywood of the East. There's a lot of movies that were shot and produced here in Wilmington, a lot of TV shows that many of you guys would know. So there is still opportunity in this area for film production. So if you are a producer, if you are, an actor, actress, so on and so forth, this is going to be a wonderful area to move to if you are not into the Hollywood scene and you want to be a little bit more low-key. Wilmington is a really, really good place for that. But additionally, the one thing that I will say, and it directly benefits me, is the growing support for entrepreneurs in the area. You'll notice so many small, family-ran businesses, mom and pop shops, entrepreneurs are the bread and butter in this area. So you'll notice that we really focus on supporting local business. And so if you're someone that is entrepreneurial, maybe you have a business that you want to bring from Idaho to North Carolina or upstate New York to North Carolina like I did, the state is very friendly in terms of income taxes, in terms of, registering your business with the Secretary of State. All that stuff makes it very easy, but then also the local community is going to rally around and support you and your business. It's just one thing that we do really well in the area is support small business. So this is something that has directly impacted me, and it's something that I can't really say is true for all states. So Wilmington's a great place for it. All right, moving on is the affordability of Wilmington. Now, a lot of people around here will tell you that the price has gone up, right? Housing demands have increased, right? And so prices have increased as well. So we are not nearly what the majority of the United States is, especially out west. So if you're moving from California or Colorado, man, you are saving so much money moving here, not even including taxes. I know coming from upstate New York, we saved about 80% on our property taxes, and you can buy more house and pay lower tax. So it is extremely affordable. But in addition, healthcare, groceries, gas, and transportation are all lower than the national average. So while I wouldn't say we're the cheapest area in the United States to live, all of the charts do show that we are either at the national average or below, which is a good thing if you're coming from a very expensive state, maybe Washington State, California, Colorado, New York especially, New Jersey. I have so many people relocating from New York and New Jersey. Right now, I think it's like 8 buyers coming from those states, and all with, number one, trying to get into the better weather, but number two, trying to escape all of those crazy expenses because it's getting so much more expensive in those states as the years go on, but North Carolina really isn't increasing that much. So something to think about if you are looking to afford your life a little bit more, right? North Carolina is going to be a bit more affordable. With that said, though, insurance rates are increasing, right? Because the storms and everything else. And with the inflation we've seen in the US in general, right? Insurance providers need to up their prices. But with storms and the risk that we have here in North Carolina, especially being coastal, insurance providers have increased their rates. So we're seeing something along the lines of like 44% increase in this area of southeastern North Carolina. So something to think about. Your insurance might be a little bit higher than that if you were, in New York or, in the Midwest. But I can promise you it's all going to offset when you consider your taxes, your home prices, that kind of thing. All right, moving on. Another reason that people love moving here are the excellent education opportunities. Wilmington is home of UNCW, University of North Carolina at Wilmington. Phenomenal university here in the area. It has a couple programs that are really, really well regarded. So like business, healthcare, marine biology, sciences, that kind of thing are all great opportunities here in UNCW. But also, there's Cape Fear Community College. You have ECU right up the road. And then the public school systems, high schools and middle schools are all pretty good schools. You can go on niche.com or betterplaces.com, greatschools.com, and find all of the ratings for all of the school systems. The other thing is that there's some charter schools as well as private schools that your kids could attend. And the area is very friendly to homeschooling. My family's homeschooling our daughter, and we are part of Facebook groups all over the place that host meetups, that host, tutoring events and field trips and co-ops and everything else. So the homeschooling in the area is very well accepted as well. So whatever you're looking to do for your educational needs, whether it's your kids or yourself in college or whatever, Wilmington has opportunities for you. All right, and number 6 is the Southern hospitality and community feel. When you move here, you will likely join your neighborhood's Facebook group. You'll notice that you're not really gonna get those HOA Karens, right? You're not gonna get those crazy people in your neighborhoods, right? With exception, there's always one or two out there that ruin it for everybody. But you are gonna notice neighbors looking out for neighbors, right? Offering a helping hand. I know in my my neighborhood's Facebook group, there's always, things being given away for free, kid toys, right? High chair, bed frames, random things, boats. There's a lot of things being given away for free or just offered up to the neighborhood first. In addition, there's conversations in those groups regarding the local happenings, the events that are going to be going on in the area, right? People plan meetups, people go to some of the festivals and the farmers markets and stuff together. I know when I leave my house and I visit New York, for example, where I'm from, I can just ask my neighbor to keep an eye on my house for me to make sure that everything's okay. We don't live in a very, unsafe area, very crime-ridden area at all by any stretch of the imagination, but it's nice to know that your neighbors are on the lookout for you. But with that, anytime you go to a store, anytime you go to a restaurant, anytime you go anywhere out in public, you will notice that people are very, very friendly. People say hi to each other, right? You'll be driving through the neighborhood and people are saying hi, they're waving out their car. And I've had people mention to me, as we're touring some neighborhoods and doing some showings and stuff, that it takes some getting used to stick your hand out the window and wave to somebody, literally everybody, right? Or when you walk past someone on the sidewalk, you're saying hi, right? If you're a northerner or you're from a bigger city where you don't do that all the time, it does take some getting used to figure out that people are super friendly in this area. One of the good things that, I kind of take from the area, I'm happy to bring my daughter out in public and show her the kindness in the world, right? In a world that seemingly is falling apart, depending on who you ask, it's nice to be able to say that your neighbors are friendly. All right, and number 7 is the cultural scene and entertainment around the area. Guys, literally every single weekend there's something going on, whether it's a festival, whether it's an event, whether it's a farmer's market, whether it's a concert, or just a little cover band at a brewery or something, right? Wilmington does have a couple clubs. Wilmington does have distilleries, breweries, concert venues like the amphitheater downtown, but there's always things going on. And so if you get bored in this area, then you're just not looking hard enough, because you can literally just drive out of your neighborhood, go to the closest restaurant, there's probably gonna be live music. There's always festivals, like there's shrimp festivals, there's seafood festivals, there's the Azalea Fest every year. There are all these things to get the community together, to get people supporting small business, to get people enjoying their life. Because when you move here to the Wilmington region, you are not here to stay in your house and be bored all the time and miserable. This is a vibrant area. You move here for a lifestyle, and to be honest with you, people like their outdoor space more than they like their house. So, a lot of you that contact me, you're looking for yards. We're not gonna get huge lots around here, but we can make it something that seems pretty much like paradise. So when you're looking to make the move into the Wilmington area, we can turn your backyard into a paradise. We can turn your home into vacation. It's great knowing that when you come home at the end of the day from a long day at work, you feel like you're on vacation again, right? And so if you're ready to make that move, if you're interested in the Wilmington area after this video, go ahead, reach out to the phone number and email address provided. That is the best way to get in contact with me. And if we can help, we would absolutely love to. But until the next video, guys, peace. We'll see you later. Bye.